Many schools that have already broken up, and all children should be able to go out and enjoy the great outdoors, shouldn't they, no matter what their ability. Well, a new charity has been launched to help disabled children get out and about around the gorgeous Yorkshire Dales. Access to the Dales has been set up by a wheelchair user, Debbie Hughes, in memory of her late husband, Andy, who died last year. It'll provide all-terrain wheelchairs and audio trails for people with visual impairments. Abba Giola has more.
Debbie North has always been passionate about the countryside and spent many happy hours rambling with her husband Andy. He sadly died last year, but she was determined to keep doing what she loved and to help other people in wheelchairs do the same. She set up Access the Dales in his memory.
I wish Andy was here to see it, because I know he'd be looking down and I know he'd say, "Good one, kiddo." Yeah, he'd be very proud. And you know, today, watching so many different types of wheelchair coming to this stunning location, it is a tearjerker, but tears of joy.
The charity launched this week has funded 14 specially adapted all-terrain wheelchairs. Some of them are like the one Debbie is using. They'll be loaned out from 5 hubs in the Dales. Today is the first visit here to Gordale Scar for many who would have found it difficult to access otherwise.
There's so many people who I know they're indoors right now and they're not getting outside. And to get out and have a good bunch of people and have a good old chat and a sing-along as well, which we've been singing all on the way up. It's brilliant.
Completely impossible. With my normal wheelchair or other devices, completely out of the question. So this is a machine that will transform lives.
It's a really lovely place here, but very hard to access in a normal chair and very bumpy and uncomfortable. So it's really lovely to be out again.
Paralympic rower and cyclist Rachel is an ambassador for the charity.
I really do think it's critical that we look at changing access to the outside. There are lots of really simple things that can be done that will have a really huge impact. And a lot of the time you sort of hear things like, oh, well, nobody's out there in a wheelchair. But if you can't access it, then you can't use it. And so it's kind of chicken and egg. And that's something that I think this is what Access the Dales are trying to change and doing a fantastic job of.
And for Debbie, this is just the start.
I know there are places that are just not going to be accessible, but where possible and when possible, it just would be great that this place can grow and that we can have more and more hubs around the place where everybody's welcome to the Yorkshire Dales.
It's a landscape loved by many and hopefully from now accessible to even more. Abby Giola, BBC Look North, Gordale Scar.
Absolutely fantastic. If you do get out and about on those all-terrain wheelchairs, send us some pictures over the Easter holidays. We'd love to see them. I'll be taking mine up